RAWAR. China gas, living fire. Creative dynamism, law of EROS. Royal axis, feast of flame, Gemini towers, rising blood storm, orgasm, terror, terrain, encountering electronic real estate, collapsing in dust of nothingness, yin ashes of diamondbacks, burning Pentagon states of W, imprints on stony-eyed psyche eyes of mass moon screams, lost innocence searching for yesterday amidst a seething paroxysm. The colliding resonance of crusaders, a jihad, flaming surprise, inferno of Yankeeos towers of rising faith-based, traumatized patriots of shattered invincibility, a convulsiveness demanding might and new ordering, activating John Wayne ways where myths and dream warriors echo. RAWAR, god of conquest. An empire rhythm, legitimizing secrecy and privilege in a Supreme Court selected Bush pilot driving Kabul time, the kinetic inertia of empire wargasm madness along edges of China Gas Valley where excessively eroticized money is the aristocracy, energy and fertility of the quick sanding. The suicidal hijacked madmen flying out of Boston in echoes of aristocracy, Boston and clean up Boston Harbor, a China closet, a Great Wall with Red Sox in diamond time, the W. Ash edges and phoenix bird risings, a nadir of circularity of bloodstorms, warring forces grasping for souls, an ongoing conflict of acoustical resonance wrestling with power and desire, the psyche hub, hearing ballparks and small-town values of generosity and kindness, facing reactivity of the hateful in brainstorm, firestorm awakenings. Massacre, nothing, suddenness, deep darkness of twin sorrows and siren as streams of agony, every man seeing past a momentum of horror, a corporate assassination murdering ordinary people for what ascends in the collapse of iron edges in concrete. A have-to-have globalization focused through sufferings of red, white, and blue and a rainbow out of luck. The equation of nothing, the abyss of something unexpected and terrible. The RAWAR kernel passage of deep winds thrust through, bus line throat upheaval, the white hot tip igniting surging urges of all in flight, fright, an opportunity for rage, the creative anger channeling, finding one's fire, control of the etheric stream and psychic oven of ecstasy, the soul, our winds, grouping and gathering, common ground of one out of many, moving Oedipus eyes and pyramid time, reaching for the aggression of prolonged coitus, intensity as savanting electronic circuits, questing in the alliance of courtship ways, seek to heighten encounters, utilizing the combat of withholding and releasing, the seeming cruelty of oppositional forces, uniting these charges of nerves to achieve balanced intent and action in emotional depths of chase and suffering through yin echoes, warding off the soul of vaginal presence, seeking yang generation, a new expansion, a penetration, opera drama, a hip war and fleshy empowerment, the RAWAR urgency, impulse to conquer nothingness, arousal, activation, assertion, eros on fire, orgasm, ecstasy, who moves through and around the enveloping bloodlust rage, the shock theater of terror, eros becoming sore, the reversals, a weapon of war, conduits of numbing the charged emanations of channelings, whim, men striving for control beyond Big O and Brando time, the mad thud and the mess this, sensimora, timings. You are with us or against us. The first mass celebration of RAWAR, a shared collective of vengeance. Beware a lack of patience in wargasm hungers anyone, anything may be fuel in the feast of flame. The creative dynamism, the EROS fire of phallic ways. Deep wounding compels deep response, a new generation of affirmation validating RAWAR, the lack of breath, imbalances in reactivity, under control, panic, paranoia, rigidity, contraction, splitting, and thought chilling as narrowing of expression, terror, time. The war abroad, she dreams nightmares of RAWAR, momentum, piercing inner yin space of sacrificial virgins, a range war in shadow boxing, W, gender tempos, driving hidden agendas to the surface, finding each and everyone's fire, creative eros, juices, OJ, juices, drip, 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 the Chinese water torture, inertia, flow, moving through media, psyche, time, the whirling dervishes and World Trade Center time. She widens along horizon, hip holdings, the hence, winds, compelling fears and brick fortressings, the broader, wider gap, mimesis, wishing for something else, knowing RAWAR tensions, watching electronic prostitutes and entertaining illusions of security, doing empire builders lip service, splitting off from the real, the RAWAR production of tumescence, to conquer, to release, to resolve, to own the terrain, to solve the castle of puzzles, the masculine eros, meshing, absorbing, drawing into blood pressures, the feminine eros, taken, aching, the missing. She wishes to be one, to arch and swell, the rage and aggressions withheld, the contempt for the conqueror, the detumescence ground war getting ready for a better lay, the RAWAR way. Oh, how the wounds never go away, the wounds, the wooings, the wound up, the lover knows, tempos of orgasm, convulsiveness beyond orgasm, conquest, the big O is clarity of will, undiminished by smotherings and suppressions of self, beyond holding the last tone, the feminine resonance of containment. She depends upon the ongoing madness of the sound, the echoes as RAWAR normalcy goes on and on. RAWAR must be damned and denied. Churches, cult, sex, institutions of clock time, numbing and anesthetized O's time, have to have yin time, a man alone time, deep in the depths of pyramidism, a percipient poetic crying out for new justice as a Libra balancing act of the ashes and embers, the Empire Star Wars in the force of enlightenment. Watching manipulations in moments of currency when they make it look like the other person did it. Propaganda by deed of orgasm, ecstasy, a perverse eros destructiveness. RAWAR, orgasm, explosiveness. Potency of the unexpected and terrible raining down in a never-ending madness and recurrent Christ consciousness in conflict with world way, suffering. A soul means quest for release as a mortality outcome. RAWAR rhythms, there must be a higher authority, Allah the God, knowing conflicting crusaders justifying death in darkness, shadows of rage, angels, angels, and lost devils with nothing more to lose. Watching dancing surrogates performing in fishfire winds as ecstatic, burning intensity of muscle firings and contractions, the arousals demanding satisfaction for the sufferings, the emotional voluptuousness must be found in paradise or anesthetized in dangers and dreams, the triangulations of ways, a mediation of desire through the missing and potential, beyond mistrust tempos, the dissatisfactions of bait and switch while seeking shelter and material security when time is beyond one's own.